So I just broke up with a Thai woman today. It's the second time we've broken up. We broke up about a year ago, um, just before I went to England. I live in Thailand. I've been here for about 11 years. Uh, so, I mean, she's hot and the sex is great. And I think that's why I came back when I probably should have left it. Um, yeah, you get when you break up with someone the first time, and then you start feeling like you don't want to do the online dating thing because that's so and gives you a headache too, right? All of the ghosting that you have to go through, all of the issues with talking to new people, and then maybe you talk to someone for a little bit and then they ghost you, and it's just like little heartbreaks built up over time. It's just really difficult to deal with. So you just sort of, I don't want to do online dating. So I'll go back to this woman, get in contact with her again. And I did for all the wrong reasons. But, I was lonely and I was probably a little bit desperate for some kind of interaction with a woman. But I just felt like all other pathways to getting a different woman are just full of so many landmines. So you get back with her, and then that was about 6 months ago when I got back with her, and every so often she'll go through these periods of just manic kind of jealousy, and well, she's always jealous. She's very insecure, very insecure person. So every time I go out with friends, she doesn't like it because I'm choosing my friends over her. Anytime I don't message her, I'm ignoring her. In reality, I'm just out there I'm living my life. I'm not looking at my phone. But in her head, it's like I'm ignoring her. So this is why I'm just thinking, yeah, everything's about her and her feelings. Like the only important thing is how she feels, right? How I'm affecting her, not realizing that she's just telling herself a story that's not true in her head, right? So she can just blame me instead of taking responsibility for being this jealous person with insecure feelings who needs to fix that somehow, or at least shine a light on it. But no, 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 no. I mean, I know that people around the world don't like to take responsibility for their own feelings and the way they behave, but I've never quite experienced it like Thai women. I mean, I don't want to try and put them all in the same box, but I have only had experiences with Thai women over the last 11 years, and they haven't been in that regard. They don't want to take a look at anything negative about themselves. They want to just sort of say everything's great all the time, and you know, they love to say no one's perfect, but then they kind of like they don't sort of like live with that. Sorry, um, they don't act that way. It's like they think they are perfect because they won't look at the negative aspects of themselves. So anyway, the last time we had a fallout, which happens, so she'll just start doing the whole silent treatment over the message. As soon as something's gone wrong, she'll do the silent treatment, and I'm always trying to encourage her to communicate. Communication. And then she'll say that I'm the one who doesn't want to communicate. She'll just say weird stuff that's just untrue. It's gaslighting all the way, and I'm pretty convinced this woman's a full-on narcissist now. Yeah. So one day I decided, okay, you're giving me the silent treatment, so I'm just gonna stop. I'm just not gonna message you. You know. And it would be every day I would be the one saying good morning, like how are you? She always be the first person to message in the day. She would never message me first. It's another sign of insecurity. She just wants me to always be the one first, so she feels like, oh, okay, I'm needed or I'm wanted. You know, it's never about like genuinely wanting to just ask me how I am or good morning. It's always on that condition. So I had this couple, like 3 days where I just stopped talking to her. I needed my space. And then I finally messaged her. I was like, I'll just say hi, seeing as though, if I don't say anything, then we would never talk, right? So I messaged her, and then we kind of like made up, and she came around to my place. But I bought a book for her. It was a book about relationships, about communication. It was in Thai as well, so she could really. I've never read the book, but it was similar to sort of like books like Five Love Languages and these kind of relationship books that help with communicating, really, like expressing your needs, because we all have needs. Um, it's just that they expect you to know what their needs are, and when you don't fulfill them, they get upset. And all of this just goes on in their head, right? It doesn't like show reality. The reality is I don't know what you need because you never tell me, right? And you actually need to quite kind of spell it out. For example, my need was, every so often it would be nice if you just say good morning to me first. Because I'm not just like a stone cold man with no emotions at all. I also need reassurance in a relationship too, right? So, okay, I gave her this book and I said, can you read it? It will maybe open your mind a little bit to how to communicate your needs, right? Because right now, the way you're treating me is you're emotionally manipulating me. I'm sorry to tell you, but you're controlling me, whether you know it or you don't know it. That's what you're doing. And I gave her this book. I said, can you please read it? It might help, right? This is how I can help our relationship. I don't really know another way to help. And she said, okay, I'll read it. I'll do it. I'll change. I'll try my best. And then, the same thing, love bombing after that. Like, everything's rosy for a week. And I knew it was going to come. I said to her, did you read she said she'd read one chapter, right? It was on the first date night I gave it to her. She read this first chapter. She said, yeah, it's really good, the book. Okay, and then for about a week, she's really great. She's messaging me every day, first thing, good morning, doing all the things that I'd like to hear, right? And then it starts like dipping in and out, one day she'll forget, and I'm like, okay. And then 2 days, 3 days, I'm messaging her first, and then I say, oh, you've gone back to how it was already. She's like, no, I'm busy, I'm just blah 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 bullshit excuses, right? Then it's my birthday a few days ago, and I wanted to hang out with my mate because I'd seen her 2 days prior to my birthday. So it was my birthday, and I wanted to hang out with my mate, play some pool. She didn't like that. She after my birthday, she started giving me the silent treatment, even though she said everything's fine. And actually, sorry, that 2 days prior to my birthday, that was when she told me she hadn't read any more of the book, and it had been about 10 days since she'd read the first chapter, something like that. I think maybe my timeline's a bit off, but maybe a week since she'd read the first chapter. And I'm thinking, she's never going to read the rest of this book, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't really want to see her on my birthday. I'm like, she's not going to change. It's just this, they just love bomb you just so that you can stick around a little bit longer, and then they just go back to being the same. And then they just blame instead of like, look at yourself. No, blame you. So yeah, I mean, now today I have an appointment with a rapper. Right? I'm a music producer, so I'm recording an artist. She's going to come to my house and she's going to do a verse on a song. I've been contracted to do this, right, on Upwork. So, you know, it's very important. The client's been really like pushy with it. He wants it to finish soon. So I want to get this girl over so I can sort of oversee everything. She's a Thai rapper too, and Thais can be a little bit unreliable and stuff. So I want to just get her here to do it. And then this woman today that I was, you know, who I've just broken up with, she didn't like the fact that this female rapper's coming over, and she's like, can I get her name? I want to. She said, can I introduce myself to her? It's like, no, you don't need to know this woman. What the hell? Like, you're just so insanely insecure. And then it's like, did you read any more of the book? No, I didn't. And it's like, you're never going to do it, are you? It's like, you made a promise. You said you would read it and you didn't. And then she just didn't even want to talk about that. It's just about the fact that I'm this, I'm that, I'm doing this and that. You know, she says that I tried to hide her away from the world. But to be honest, like, I don't have much of a social life. You know, so there's nothing much to hide her from, you know. But the thing is, we go to the cinema. We went to see the Michael Jackson movie, you know, after we'd recently made up. And yeah, she just, it's basically a lie, you know, like I'm hiding her away. It's just stuff she's telling herself to justify her insecure behavior. So anyway, I've stopped with it now, and I really want this to be the final time, right? I can't be contacting her again, and yeah, you need to go with no contact with these people. I can't use dating apps now because I'm just so put off by the whole culture of that. Plus, I'm maybe a bit old now. I'm 38, so I'm like aged out of the dating market. Maybe, I don't know. I'm cynical. I may even be moving to a new city anyway soon. Might be going to Bangkok to start, well, hopefully find a new job there. But yeah, I'm just here venting about this experience with women, specifically a Thai woman. Yeah, I'm sure like guys all over the world have this problem. But yeah, with these kind of people, with the love bombing, not taking responsibility, just blaming you, giving you like the silent treatment, these are all like signs of narcissism, for sure. And narcissism is created from insecurity. Narcissists are not confident people, they're insecure. That's why they need to micromanage other people's emotions and lives. It's really sad. You know, it's a really sad state. But they'll never admit to being insecure, and that's why they'll, you know, they super don't want to look at themselves. They just don't. Maybe she read that one chapter and thought, oh God, I'm scared to change or something like that. I feel comfortable with this trauma that I have, you know, because it's familiar. People love familiarity, even if it's negative. So yeah, it's quite a long video, sorry. So I hope this finds you well, and yeah, peace out.